Behind these numbers are real lives. Hundreds of thousands of children nationwide were told to change who they are, often through conversion therapy.
Illinois banned that practice for minors 10 years ago today, but decisions in other states raise fears for those still haunted by what they went through.
There was no conversation. I remember I got in a black van.
As a teen down south,
They placed a potato sack over your head, and you didn't know where you were going. And it was the longest hour and 45-minute drive of my entire life.
Jody's family forced them into conversion therapy.
I remember I walked into the camp, and there was a white room. They strip you down, and then you get this like pressure wash water hose to you to clean out your demons.
A practice some still claim can change sexual orientation or gender identity.
Like no matter how many times you kicked and screamed, you had no voice. You were nothing to them.
That was in Kentucky when Jody was 16, now at 29, and they live in a state that says what happened to them won't be allowed here. Illinois banned the practice in 2015. The law took effect the next year. It treats promises of a cure as consumer fraud.
We have tools here to get recourse for you if you need it. You're not alone, and you never will be here.
In Springfield, State Rep Kelly Cassidy led the push. The law gives survivors power to take providers to court. But Dr. Braden Berkey sees how much power the experience still holds over survivors.
Often depressed, suicidal, substance using. They would have problems forming relationships and maintaining relationships.
And those struggles with trust take Jody right back to 2012. Shocked with electric currents, scalded with hot water, shamed and silenced.
I still have nightmares to this day of being sexually assaulted, of being beaten. With my partner till this day, there's like certain things, like certain touches, whether it's like holding my hand or just brushing up against me, that he cannot do because just the fear of, well, it could happen all over again.
What does healing look like?
Getting to a point where they can integrate the parts of themselves. So not that they have to throw away their faith, but that they can see the faith in a way that makes sense to them, and that they can see themselves as valid and lovable and worthy.
Every major medical authority says conversion therapy, it's ineffective, it's unethical, and it's harmful.
Scott Bertani with the National Coalition of LGBTQ Health says 23 states, D.C. and Puerto Rico, restricted for minors. But Jody's home state of Kentucky rolled back protections, part of a shift soon reaching the justices in Washington.
It's where folks were like, I don't really see the need. I don't really, I think we've moved on from that, or I don't think that's ever going to be a problem again, right? And here we are back at it's a problem again.
The legal landscape, it's moving. The Supreme Court, I know here's a Colorado case on October 7th, and Virginia recently agreed not to enforce their 2020 ban for talk-based therapy.
No matter how many times you pray, no matter how many times you cry out and stuff, you're not going to be healed fully enough. Like, you just have to move on in life, know that it wasn't your fault.
Owning that truth turns survival into purpose. Advice Jody now shares with others.
Don't change who you are. And if I could go back and look at myself in the mirror, I would have came out sooner, and I would have been more louder and more prouder.
Illinois led the nation with this ban, but advocacy groups like the Trevor Project say enforcement has fallen short. Legal analysts warn the Supreme Court challenge to Colorado's ban could threaten protections in other states. And mental health experts say it's all just another reminder to survivors like Jody that their trauma is still not fully behind them.